So we'll start with Nick. So people who I've considered but didn't choose: Theo James,
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan,
Oh.
Donald Glover,
Hmm.
John Krasinski, and then the person that I've gone with is John David Washington. So the main guy from Tenet,
Oh, okay.
Denzel's son.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. Yeah.
Again, like we talked about, it needs to be someone that can be the two scenes I'm imagining them. The three scenes is the meeting scene,
Mm.
the video game scene, and then also the smiling in front of the sign scene. To me, those are the three types of character, the dimensions that you need to be able to pull off.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't necessarily someone like John Krasinski I liked, but I don't. Yeah, it just didn't seem quite right.
Yeah.
Who are yours?
Okay, I've got a few here. But also, one I think is too old. Jake Gyllenhaal is who I had, because I think he can do both of the.
He could have been.
Uh, yeah, I feel like he's a bit old, but I feel like he fits the bill on like those different dimensions that we just talked about. Funnily enough, I had Ryan Reynolds because I did think he would be quite good, and obviously I've seen him in things but where he's less silly. Chris Evans I thought was quite an
I
interesting
considered
one. I
him.
know, because we've obviously seen him in quite like clean looking
Yeah,
roles and like very pure and stuff. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I could imagine him looking a bit more like downbeaten and kind of disheveled and stuff, and definitely doing like I could see the smug sort of smile thing as well, and then obviously being like incredibly charming at the beginning. And then Daniel Kaluuya was my last suggestion there.
yeah. I can definitely see him. And who did you pick?
I think well, if we weren't taking the age thing into it, then I do think Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, he's your pick.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I can't. When I was thinking about him, because I did consider him, he was one of the ones. Then he wasn't their pick, but he's one of the ones that came up in ChatGPT.
Oh.
But Presumed Innocent, the Apple show we watched. I feel like I can't. I feel like if I hadn't seen that, I'd have said, "Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal. He's got a lot of range because he plays a real dipshit, like a douchebag in that." But I guess maybe part of me almost didn't want to see him do that again, because even though we enjoyed that show somewhat, I just don't. I don't like feeling that way about him.
No, and I also think a big problem with that show is I don't remember there being very much on the fairy tale like
No,
love story
no,
building.
no.
Like
He was
there
just a
wasn't
dick in that.
exactly. It was just all the bad
But we
sides,
know he
I
could.
guess.
We know he could play the charming guy.
Yeah,
In
so that's
this.
why I think it would be less frustrating to watch than when we
Yeah.
watched Presumed Innocent.
So for the Amy character, so again, these are the ones that I haven't picked, but I considered: Tessa Thompson, Alicia Vikander, Zoe Kravitz, and I know she comes up in a lot of mine, but she's a great actress. Ashley Park from
Hmm.
Emily in Paris. But the one I went with was Megan Fahey.
Oh, she's a very good pick for this. She did not come to mind for me at all.
She's a bit on. I mean, she's the same age as Rosamund Pike was. I think she would have to really like the makeup and the way they dress her. They would really have to make sure she doesn't look girly, because she is still quite youthful. But other than that, I like her, and I think her and John David Washington will work quite well together.
Yeah.
Who are your picks?
Top of my list was actually Zoe Kravitz. So
Yeah, I
I
think
think
she'd be
she
great.
would be really good. I'm not passionate about this person, but I feel like she fits the bill, Brie Larson. I
Yeah.
don't want to be like, again, talking about not being feminist. I have a dislike randomly for a few people in this world, and she's one of them,
Yeah,
along
yeah.
with Dakota Johnson, a couple of others. I don't know why. I don't know, that's mean. But anyway, with that aside, I still think she would be very good in this role. And then one person who I had on my list, but I think you'd made the point earlier about Rosamund Pike being so good because there's ambiguity in what age she might actually be. Emma Roberts was someone I thought
Yeah.
could be good when I've seen her in things like American Horror Story and stuff. I feel like I know she does a lot more like goofy stuff outside of that, but I also think she does the like
She looks too young.
she could do the kind of crazy thing as well, but she does, yeah. Oh, and Scream's a big one where she does that as well, but she just looks a bit too young. I feel like she's gonna always, well, for a while, look like she's in her 20s. So yeah, I think Zoe Kravitz is my top pick for that one. Oh, sorry. But the other two people I had and I've crossed out, Emily Blunt and Jennifer Lawrence. So it's funny that you said about Emily Blunt being considered for it.
Yeah. ChatGPT, I think it's so ChatGPT picked Florence Pugh,
Oh yeah.
which obviously we love Florence Pugh, but I just don't think she's right for this role. And then Adam Driver as the man. And I think actually both of them illustrate, I didn't plan this, about the physicality, because not that Not that the Amy character ever does anything overly physical, but I think there is something about her not being a small lady either, whereas Florence Pugh is quite short. And conversely, with the Adam Driver, you needed someone that was big enough that they could theoretically be a domestic abuser. I mean, obviously, I know a small man can be, but my point is, for visual purposes, it needs to be someone that you would realistically... Ben Affleck, you see, oh, he could absolutely murder her with his bare hands.
Yeah.
But then I also think it needs to be someone that's not too big.
Which Adam Driver is.
Yeah, which Adam Driver is. So sorry, ChatGPT. But we'll put it up, guys. You can choose either Sneedia's pick, which is Jake Gyllenhaal and Zoe Kravitz, Dom's pick, which is Megan Fahey and John David Washington, or ChatGPT's pick, which is Florence Pugh and Adam Driver. I really hope ChatGPT doesn't beat us.
Yeah.
One side note I made is that I think if John David Washington did it, I think Tessa Thompson as his twin could be a good pairing. And they are nearly the same age, unlike the actress who played Margot and Ben Affleck that are almost 10 years apart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you have anyone in mind for the Neil Patrick Harris or the Tyler Perry characters?
I did. I thought, like, let's think of some weirdos. Daniel Radcliffe, Evan Peters, and Barry Keoghan. But then I was like, maybe they're all a bit too weird. But I feel like they could do the like
I like
classic
those.
kind of, but also the weird, you already know they're a weirdo. They could have been, essentially, this before, like, everything kicked off, we knew that he'd been, like, sending her loads of letters and stuff. So the whole, like, intense thing, whether they're like an actual criminal or not, but yeah.
So I've picked a couple of weirdos as well. Ben Whishaw, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I know we wouldn't want to see him in that, but I think he would play the innocent side, and it would be shocking to see him then turn out to be this. We've never seen Joseph Gordon-Levitt do creepy, but I think he could do it.
Yeah.
Riz Ahmed.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Jesse Eisenberg. Definitely creepy.
Yeah.
And then this would be taking someone that very much in the Adam Devine. The guy from Pitch Perfect. Like, he'd be, I'm the nice, harmless guy that now I'm actually going to keep you locked into my home.
Yeah.
And then what about Tyler Perry's character?
I have Glenn Powell. Because I thought he could be
good.
I
see that.
Dev Patel. And then I have John Krasinski as part of this, because I think that they are all, like, can do funny, charming, like, I know stuff, whatever it might be, but also could do that, because he's not really, I know he doesn't come across as sleazy, but obviously that someone in that lifestyle could be playing on the wrong side of things, but generally I think comes across as a likable character, and I think those are all in that category.
I like all of those. I went into this direction of taking people who are known for comedy but who would be doing this more straight edge.
Right.
So I picked Ben Schwartz.
Oh yeah.
And Hassan Minhaj.
Oh, he's a good one.
I think this is what Tyler Perry does. That you come in with that funny energy, but you just like keep it in check and you play the straight character. But you can, even with Tyler Perry, you can just feel the undertone. You can feel that he wants to make a joke at any point, but he's like keeping it under control.